This is so. Mhm. So I've been outside all day, all morning. It's not very long, late in the night. Um, I had to adjust my bed. It was amazing, amazing. I was outside in nature, and I fucking love it. Okay, this is like seriously, and you can tell this is like whatchamacallit. Hey Terry. So this is my um yoga workout, go out in nature and get dirty kind of stuff. Which I did. Because I have my boots, I have my rain boots on and everything like that. I'm doing good. And I was like traipsing around a new area, looking to see what I could get into. We have natural springs around here. We have a lot of cave systems. And so I was walking down something, and the banks of this new little offshoot of a creek thing um are like quicksand. And I thought I could just hippity hoppity really fast over something. And I stepped in and I went goosh like this. I know that looked like something different. I'm talking about my foot. And I was like, oh my gosh, trying to take stuff out. So I got really dirty. I got really dirty. Yay. And then I decided to go somewhere a little bit more appropriate near a waterfall and just, it was awesome. So then I was like getting in the vehicle, ready to come back, and I was feeling badass, right? So there's like that cleansing, that recharging, that getting back to yourself kind of thing. And it was like, it put me in just the right mood where I felt like I really wanted to like just have like I don't know, like I just felt good. I was like, I need some good music. I wanted to get my groove back. Does that make sense? Um, and so I felt like, oh man, I haven't been in this kind of a mood for a while. And I'm trying to turn on music. And spirit usually leads all the fucking time with stuff like this, okay? And so I'm like going through the stations, okay? Going, and I'm like, I can't find anything that hits just right, like first off, there's a bunch of some of them had like freaking, whatever's on them, commercials and shit. And then it was like some other songs, and I was like, okay, fine. So I used my music app, my phone is that's what that is. And so I tried really hard to find music on there, and I'm like, I swear I skipped through like 20 songs and nothing is just hitting right. Like I can't find my groove, right? And so I finally hit one, and I'm like, it's like the perfect, like I don't know, it was Bjorn's Borns, but it's not, or it's like the weird O, I guess. I don't know if it's German, I don't know. Back in the day, we had a band called Bjorn, or a performer called Bjorn. So I guess like today's generation is just remaking everything that was us back then. I don't know, because now there's one that's called Bjorn's, and it's called Electric Love. Love that song. I don't know, it just hit fucking right. Okay, it just hit right, and I'm just like, yes. And it put me in such a good mood. And it was like from that point, it was like back to back goodness. Okay. Of course, the queen herself, Lizzo, of feeling good about your shit and you came on, and so I did all that. And I'm sure there was something to that, wasn't it? I was like, I just couldn't get into the groove. Like I really wanted to, but I couldn't. And they were like, then they come up with, I get the phrase, Stella gets her groove back, which is a movie from back in the day. Okay, so if you haven't seen it, it's like a rebirth into her true essence of self, getting back to herself, getting back into life and the love of living, and feeling, like, I mean, in her goddess energy. Like that's the way that I would describe it. Okay. So if you haven't seen the movie, go ahead. And so that's why I'm like, somebody's getting their groove back. Somebody's ready to, and they've been trying, and they just haven't quite gotten into the groove of things yet, but they're about to, either they are or they're about to get their groove back. So that, I think, I was like, okay. I was like, but it was also after, obviously, spending some time just in my own energy, clearing my energy and feeling good. Like it was like a prep period, right? Like there was a prep period. And from that, like I'm leaving, I'm like, oh, this is, yes. Like everything just felt good. Ain't nothing magical that I'm aware of happening today, but it just felt good. So I'm like, okay, so that's where we're going. I didn't know it was going to be something until I started driving. I was going through and I was like, oh my God. And you know, when you're itching to kind of like, you know, when you're ready and you know you're ready and you want to be back in the groove, and it's like at first you just can't quite find it. And it may be a little bit of practice getting back into your groove, right? Until you feel like you've really hit that sweet spot. So we shall see. We shall see. The bugs are out. Like when I wake up and it's already 75 degrees outside, that's yeah. Okay, so I don't know. I gotta put my hair up, but everything's getting on my nerves. Okay. The thing is, I was like, oh, I thought about like I'm gonna take my shower as soon as I get done here because obviously I'm dirty, right? But I thought if I take my shower, I was like, no, I'm gonna feel like I need to do other things that are really productive. So part of me is kind of like, So I just went ahead and get on, and I got lemonade. I don't know what it is. Like, this is feeling good. Like, maybe it's taking lemons and making lemonade. I don't know, but lemonade has been the thing the last 2 days. And I do lemon water all the time, but I'm like full on. I want a lot of, I don't know. So there's just an energy, like, and I'm picking up on it. It's like I'm starting to pick up on little hints, like Spirit's like, and I'm like, okay, that's something, right? They use little things in my day to day or my life to go, that's something we should explore. And I'm like, okay. Okay, we're gonna start with this. So that's why I put but maybe there's a whole, but like, I feel like they're connected. It's no coincidence that the song that felt really good is called Electric Love. And then, Stella Gets Her Groove Back, which is an amazing, amazing movie. I feel like every woman should watch, but that's just me. Okay. Stepping back out there, putting herself back out there after giving up on love or wanting to, at least. Anyways, so look at this World and 3 of Cups. So let's do this. And maybe now that I can get back outside, I will get my tan back, guys. That'd be nice. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, now I got the Willy Wonka song. Not a paradise. There's nothing to it. Okay. Maybe there's spirits like saying there's nothing to it. It's going to be easy to get back into your groove, okay? Just allow the music to flow. There you go. Done. That's your message for the day. Okay. How's everybody doing? Okay, we're going to put this over here. Da, da, da. Someone's making a conscious decision to start anew. We got the full card with the King of Swords. King of Swords is on the heels of, or comes after, so to speak, the Queen of Swords, where you've garnered that greater perspective of things, right? You see things in totality. You've been able to accumulate everything you need to be able to make that decision. And then the King of Swords, based upon where they're at in their knowledge makes a fucking determination, makes a decision. And it's like I know it sounds really a decisive decision, because so many times we say we make a decision and then we waffle. This is like a very, like, it is like I have made the commitment to myself and gone beyond. Like, I'm going to take action on it, right? Because this is, otherwise it's just like a thought, right? But you have made a decision to start start over, start new. Okay. And then we have, it's literally like allowing yourself to enjoy and sample all the different things. We've got the Six of Cups, which is about a return to joy, a return to childlike energy and wonder, a return to optimism. It is like enjoying all the little luxuries and the little things in day to day. But then the Seven of Cups, while for some can be confusion, for others it is the process of getting back out there. It is, I don't know exactly what I want, but I'm going to allow myself to sample it all, like, right? All the different options. It is seeing the beauty, the pleasure, and you're happy and ecstatic about all the different options that are going to present themselves. Okay. This is like sitting there and being in a pastry shop or an ice cream parlor or going to a chocolatier, and they're like, what would you like? And then they like get put before you samples, right? And you're just like, oh my God, like you enjoy it all. Like you almost like indulge and enjoy all of them. You enjoy the process of discovering within the Seven of Cups what you want to, you know what I'm saying? Like you're enjoying this. You're enjoying your options. You're enjoying having options. And at the heart of it is the Nine of Pentacles. This is the badass motherfucker all on their own kind of thing. Like, you are a badass. You are in such a stable energy within yourself. You are in such a, like, it's not grounded. It is rooted. You are so well rooted within yourself. It's that tree that won't get pulled up, right? With a little bit of wind, with a little bit of chaos. You are just feeling so damn good on your own. Okay. I don't know why UVTV is like doing all of that. Like, it's so, you know. Yeah. Because at first, because we have the Hermit card, because I'm over here thinking, like, that's it with the Nine of Pentacles, just okay. And they're like, no, the whole point is you're finally ready, because it's like getting those seaworthy legs. You were in a place where you were like, bottom of the deck has the Ten of Cups. You were in a place where you weren't so solid within yourself just yet. You didn't feel completely rooted in your emotional realm, your mental realm, you know, just it's like a baby who first starts walking is still holding on to things and things like that, right? Like, they don't just take off and that's that. No, it takes a bit of acclimation, and that's what you've been through. That's why you stayed singular for some time, to kind of really get to the heart of, you know, your truth, but your North Star, like feeling good within yourself, knowing that you have all the discernment and things like that. I say that because sometimes after heartbreak or taking ourselves out of the game, it's like we have to do a check-in to make sure, am I ready at this point? Is there anything else that I need to work through? And even if there isn't something to heal from, sometimes you're just like, I'm not quite ready yet. You've seen those little kids, they'll stand up and they're like, and they sit back down, right? Like they're ready, but it's almost like needing to really feel very solid and good within yourself. Like, I gotta know I'm ready. I gotta feel it. I've gotta feel confident about it. Okay. And so I think that's where that you, having spent this time here, puts you into the Nine of Pentacles. You are so well rooted in yourself. And because of that, you are completely ready to give this another shot. Yeah, you were holding back. Remember, we're still talking about the Nine of Pentacles. You were holding back. We have the center of that, the Four of Cups, the restraint. Like, not that you hadn't been presented with opportunities, just like the baby who stands, they're like, I think I got this. And they feel a slight wiggle, or they see sudden movement over there, and they're like, okay, not yet. Not yet. And it's like, there was a tie to some type of illusion, of feeling chained to some type of, like, even if you heal through something, you may, like, I don't know why they're giving it like a belief that a cycle would just perpetuate, or that you were believing like, I just don't think I could see myself being with anybody really. I'm not sure if long-term commitments are really my thing. I'm not really sure of this. I'm not really sure about that. And it was some type of illusion that kept you feeling like you wanted to refrain. And it was beyond, I feel like, anxiety of like, oh, what if this, or oh, what if that? No, you felt like it was over. Like any dream you had of, I guess you felt like the old part of you that really believed in love, or really was open to it, and excited about finding a partner, or like you felt like that was dead and done, gone. You were believing some type of an illusion, like you felt like it was a lost cause or something. Like it was beyond not feeling anxious. You didn't believe it anymore. And that created resistance. And so you had to have this time alone. You had to have this time alone to go, is this even a possibility? Is this even something that I would want? Is this even something I desire anymore? Maybe I'm in a different timeline. Maybe the trajectory of my life has shifted. Maybe I don't want those things. Maybe I want something different. Maybe I really don't want one person. Maybe right now I just want to spend whatever time alone. And that could be it. That could also be it. Even though the song was Electric Love, it was like, maybe you've made the decision. We've got the new beginning and decision of, you know what? I thought that this next leg of my life, I was going to have a partner. But I don't know if I want that. I want to go out there and experience life and adventure all on my own. Badass bitch on her own. Going wherever my compass takes me. Where my inner light guides me. Either way. But you spent some time honing and sharpening this. And it puts you very solidly within your Nine of Pentacles energy. Like you've got it. So no matter what this new start is that you're choosing and deciding, right? No matter what it is that you were at one point resisting, you ain't anymore. You so fucking ready, because you're ready to enjoy life. Things feel like they are looking up. Like you, after having been in the hermit mode, feel like you can, like you're like, shit can get good. Like I actually believe shit can get good. I actually believe shit is good. Holy shit. Right? And it's like you're allowing yourself to indulge. Enjoy, yes, but indulge. That's the word I want to say. La 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 la. Oh, we're going to the divine doors. And then we're going over to the fallen angels tarot, or oracle, whatever you want to fucking call it. It is so funny. Your intuition. Yeah. Isn't it amazing what you thought wasn't possible, or you weren't really sure you even wanted anymore, and you thought, I don't know, because we've got Jude's song. A reminder for even the most hopeless of lost cases, you can find peace within the strangest of places. And as opposed to feeling like there's some like strange places, I feel like you didn't anticipate finding that peace by going deep within. You thought it was protection mode. When really while it may have been started that way, it became quickly your I hate when they do that. It had something and then it like that. And I'm like, whoa, why'd you do that? Give me a minute. I'm gonna get that motherfucker back. It's literally like I can see a phrase, like spirit whispers a phrase, and I'm going down the sentence to say it, and then at the last minute, it's erased. I'm like, what the fuck? So the Hermit card, okay. Now I'm trying to figure out why'd you take that? That was taken. That wasn't a, oh, I forgot what was I getting? No, that was taken. So going within, basically, you just realized that you didn't anticipate by going within that you would find peace with getting back out. Words of pain are words that heal. You come to know the truth by the way that it feels. So you somehow got past, you got past the anxiety of things. You got past the fear of everything, and you were able to drop down into and feel into what was actually happening. And that's really the place that you need to be. You had to get beyond the walls that your mental realm created, that your ego had created, and you had to get to a space and a place of honoring how something felt. So maybe you feel either your idea of things can't get better, or your idea of I actually don't want what I thought I had wanted, or like the notion that somehow you don't ever want loving, like whatever it was that you convinced yourself for a period of time because of anxiety that you just didn't want, and you were kind of like stuck in that fear. When you got beyond that wall and really in touch with how something felt, the truth came out. Numbers in doubles, synchronicity in 2. Don't hold back your love now. Life is meant for you. And that's on the 6 of Cups energy. It is getting into that. The optimism, the joy. It's like you got beyond that mental wall and realized within yourself what you truly felt. And you're like, whatever you convinced yourself of, you realized it wasn't the truth. Because once you got past that wall, you were like, maybe you just felt like life had beat you down so much, and there was no way for you to really feel empowered again, and like you wanted to get out there. It's like an energy of, I'd rather just roll over and die. And not literally, but like, figuratively, the whole idea of there's a difference between going through the motions and actually living. There's a difference between existing and living. And you've chosen decisively, you want a new start. You're going to take this new path. Okay. Hello. So these two and these two. Can we tell where this is going? Conflict and history. Conflict and history. And then secrecy and danger. I feel like we already know what the conflict and history is going to be about. We're going to go over the secrecy and danger. Oh, never mind. They're already giving it to me. The things that you've experienced in the past, you feel like evaded you. Somehow your intuition didn't pick up on things. You felt like spirit lied to you. You felt like you yourself lied to you, and spirit, lied to you. The universe tricked you. And it's one of those things where it's like you were afraid to move forward because you felt like more was going to be kept from you. I'm afraid to even attempt or try again, whatever it is. I'm afraid to get out there and enjoy something and enjoy life again because shit will get ripped out from underneath me. It's like I couldn't see things, and this is somebody that must usually be in touch with their intuition. I couldn't see it. I couldn't feel it. I didn't know. And I feel like I was lied to. And that's why the secrecy and danger is because you feel like that could happen again. And I don't think it's not a matter of, oh, this is heavy. It's not a matter of somehow like not getting it, like just because like nobody in this world is impervious to bad shit happening, right? But it's like when something goes under the radar for so long enough to do a lot of damage, like that shit should have come to the surface sooner. Like I was relying on spirit helping me to have that discernment, and you felt betrayed by people, circumstances, yourself. It just all feels like, and that kept you stuck, not being able to see. They're showing me the card in the Madame Endor fortune telling deck where it says you will be guided through darkness. And I feel like for a good period of times, like you would have been like, bullshit. What happened the last fucking time? Okay. So that is obviously what had to be worked through. The fear of being duped again. Messenger Oracle deck. My clothes. I saw one flipped. Hold on. The one thing Spirit would say is to this go round, as you step back out, to make sure that you're making conscious movement, mindful choices, decisions, actions. Okay? Not strictly acting from like passion, feeling, or excitement, but mindful, conscious awareness. Because we have focus and then act. I think the focus part is allowing yourself to be aware, like really being present and aware of the dynamics that are existing in that present moment. It is telling you not to be the Knight of Wands and just impulsively act on something. While adventure is great, there's certain, and by all means, you should indulge in all the little luxuries and enjoy yourself. The whole point of the Seven of Cups, though, is to find the thing that you do enjoy, to find the one that is for you, right? When you're sampling things, you're looking for that one, you're like, this is what I want. When you go to an ice cream parlor and they give you those little teeny tiny little spoon scoops for you to try the different flavors, it's not for you to keep fucking doing that, right? It's to really go, okay, which one is better? It's not to go, first one you come to, oh my God, that's so good. Yes, that's the one. Okay. So there's this sense of focusing and then acting and being patient. It's almost like I think some people think that because you are more, when you act from a mindful place, you make conscious decisions and actions, that somehow the adventure is taken out, the pleasure of it is taken out, and that's not the case. That's an either or fallacy. It's this and that are true. You can do both, right? And patience doesn't mean hanged man type of energy where it's fucking forever. It just means sometimes it's that slight hesitation that allows you to really, that sense of rooted within yourself energy that you've got right now should be taken with you into every aspect of your life. It is going within and figuring out how something feels. Because we know our mind and the way that it can create stories and everything else like that, and how the ego and the brain loves a good dopamine hit. And so like the adventure of something, like it's going to go, yeah, and it's going to go wherever, and it's like, stop. Check in with yourself. Make conscious, mindful moves. And then nurture all that you love. Meaning only give your time and energy and second glances at the things that fulfill you and feel good to you and nurture you. Because if it doesn't do that for you, you should do it for that. That's what they're saying. Make sure this is in alignment with you and it's actually good for you. Is this adding to, refilling my cup? Or is this a scenario where I must deplete myself? Are they not capable of bringing that to the table here with me right now? They're not? Okay, then maybe we're just not in alignment right now. And maybe I need to be patient, allow them to go down their path how they need to and experience things as they should so they can get to that point. And if they don't get to that point, that is their fucking journey. It is not my job to carry them through that. There is admiration and beauty and loyalty, but there's not in being a martyr. Loyalty should not require you to be a martyr, to forsake yourself in order to be able to prove loyalty of any kind. You know, something that we hear, right, in when people get married is, and at times it can seem very beautiful, but if you really get behind the energy of that, it's like, you know, when they're like, you promise to stay in the good times and the bad. Like, I'm sorry, excusez-moi. Like, I'm committing myself to something that could create a soul death that makes me feel like I'm dying. No. Who does that benefit but the other person? Yeah. 9 times out of 10, you know, we can help each other through tough situations and circumstances, right? You know, by all means, this isn't like, oh, your person is sick. Oh, go ahead and leave. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, know your fucking worth and don't hand your power over. And you know, some people are like, you can't ever hand your power over. If you forsake a part of yourself, you do, you know, if you don't like that saying, I don't give a fuck, go somewhere else. Like, if you're going to sit there and try to create a scenario where like handing your power over means something different, it's like, you do. Because you're giving influence, control, and Spirit's giving me the word domination. I'm like, oh my God, that sounds so like, you know. But like, when you allow somebody else to have power over you, you most certainly are not standing in your fucking power. So what'd you do with it? I'm going to say you gave it away. Because where the fuck it go, bitch? Where the fuck it go? Where's it at? Why aren't you standing in it? Oh, it's not here? You don't got none? Well, where the fuck it go? I mean, I'm not saying you gave it to this person, but you obviously gave it to someone. Fuck. Some people just get so stupid with words. Anywho. So, yeah. So, this is the energy of getting your groove back. Is there anything sexy, good, whatever, yummy, scrumptious that's about to happen? There's just a little, we've got the wish card and sudden wealth. Like, there's like a sudden wish coming through. Like, this desire, this might feel like it happens all of a sudden. Somebody's traveling soon. Oh, you may be doing something just for you. Like, you're on the move. You're getting to going. Like, this feels very, we got the family card or family room next to the journey card, which is all about going places. You might be going on a trip. You might be just doing something for yourself. Like, but you're on the fucking move. Period, point blank. To where It's really soon. I think somebody's going to start planning this soon. Okay. Well, I did say somebody's going to be planning this soon. That's what the thoughts card is all about. Strategy, organizing, planning, thinking through something. Right next to the wish card, the desire card, the field of possibilities, the dream card. Funny enough, we had the imprisonment come out with mature woman, and then it was like sudden wealth happens. So something's going to give, okay. I know this sounds really weird, but in the movie, Stella is of middle age. I think that she was getting close to 50 or something like that. And major relationship ended, and she just felt like, where you counted yourself out. Somebody had counted themselves out or didn't think that they were going to, they could get back out there. They were wrapped up in some kind of negative thinking. And her getting her groove back was her willingness to think, I still got so much life to live, and I want to actually live it. I'm worthy of it. She had to get back into her badass energy, her badass bitch energy. And so it's almost like someone feeling like they're limited, right? Because that's where I'm getting the mature woman to be that energy. I don't fucking care what your age is. It's the energy of having counted yourself out, like it's just not going to happen for me, or maybe it's not meant for me, or maybe what I thought was going to be isn't going to be, and blah, 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 blah. But it's like that's the energy of, that's the belief right next to the imprisonment. Like you may still not see, but this is what's about to happen. Like it's real soon. It's really close. Like this getting out there, forward movement, going for yourself, like, because we have something happening, sudden wealth. We'll find out what this is, where you're able, it's like this, something happens suddenly that you're able to make plans and implement your desire. So remember in the beginning, I was like, really, there's like a preparation period I said, where I was like, it was like getting back into my own energy, feeling good. I'm like, oh, and so I really wanted to groove. And I'm like, why the fuck can't I find a song? Like, why can't nothing hit right? Nothing felt, you know what I mean? And so it was like, it took a little bit of practice. It took a little bit before the groove really got in. I really got into it. And then I found one, I was like, ah. And so I think that there's a sense of also like, hey, you may still feel like I want to do something. I'm ready to get out there. I'm ready to whatever. I'm ready to get back in my groove. And it's like, you're not like sure how to action. You feel still a little bit limited about being able to do that, but it's soon going to happen. It's really soon going to happen. And something seems to be the Kickstarter for you to be able to be like, yes, you know what I mean? I want to know about that. What's the Kickstarter for this? I don't know why, but I started this in a very woohoo kind of energy, right? And it's almost as if, and I don't know if this is who I'm reading for, exerting this type of energy, and still in the energy of, I'm not so sure it'll be able to happen. Or if this is somebody else, again, like I said, trying to poo-poo on what could happen for somebody else. But first off, I want to clear that goddamn shit, because I feel very slothy and very like Eeyore. Fucking Eeyore off of Pooh Bear. Oh no. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. It doesn't, I'm like, where did this come from, and why is it I feel like it's hampering the reading. Because I feel like I'm meant to be, oh my God, kind of thing, like really excited and animated about it, and I should be feeling like pumped up for it, and I'm fucking not. Oh. I'm just reading what you said. So it's just one of those fucking things where it's like, I'm like, who's doing this shit? Hey, Cosmic, who the fuck is doing this? Is what I want to know. Stop this shit. I'm feeling someone. I think this is for somebody that's really good in there, because the groove energy is your feminine aspect. That's that bitch dancing and feeling her shit. She is like in her fucking element. Can I just say that? It's heavy on the sacral energy. What? Quit counting yourself out. Okay? Bitches. What did I just say? Quit counting yourself out. I can already tell with this fucking energy. But then there's this. Wait, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this? Who, bitch? Put it in the comments. Who is this? It's just not in the cards for me. It probably won't be able to happen in my lifetime. You've counted yourself out. It's like saying you're too old for something. It's the same fucking energy. Look at this. Coffin next to the lovers. Fuck society and everything that they say. Okay? Because the same bitches that want to sit there and say shit now, who want to talk about why are all these older women, the mentality of fucking society kills me, and it's across the globe. Like somehow older women are just beyond their prime, and they're not even worthy of whatever. You got a slew of masculines out there going, well, I really want this, and this, so I got to find me a younger lady. Why the fuck? Why? First off, why couldn't you find one when sooner? Maybe it's a you issue. Why isn't there anybody that's worthy of that's your age? Why can't someone your age give you, you know what I'm saying? And by all means, I don't give a shit what you do, but it's the mentality of today's society and around the world that somehow, in any other scenario, the aging process makes something sweeter, better, tastier. But if you're a woman, no, right? It's that energy. It is the energy of having been convinced, like the devil card said, that you're washed up, overdone, that something about you isn't desirable, that you aren't worthy of it, or that it's not going to happen for you. I don't know, but you fucking convinced yourself. And it's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It is bullshit. I don't know. I mean, like maybe there's just a little something here that, remember we were talking about how love might present to help pull you back out and allow you to live from your heart space again, or how, like that's for some people the start of this new phase because it amplifies the energy and pulls them out of their hermit mode. I feel like that we're talking to whoever that is. And It's happening. What you really want, what you desire is happening. It's it's just the systems and the beliefs that were perpetrated to keep the patriarchy and misogyny in place. I blame that. Men are equally a victim to the conditioning as well. Talk to me about this. The fuck? We have that unexpected new beginning. We do have here the decision, which is the King of Swords and the Fool. There is a decision for the person that's in the Nine of Pentacles energy to accept this new beginning, to follow their optimism, their joy, and to explore all the options at hand. That's here. We just have this, and this is what I want to know about. Why are you whipping this one out? I sit here and talk about how there's some people where love is the thing that pulls them out of the hermit mode, and then the motherfuckers bring this shit up, and I'm like, because they whip out fucking occupation, so something career oriented, and I'm like, why is this out here? And they've got, and it's with the gift, and it is sudden wealth, and then high honor. It's as if, like, is somebody counting you here? Here's the thing. It can be more than just love. Great fucking fortune, Jesus, I swear to God. It can be more than just love. You do have to choose this new beginning. And maybe change. So this new beginning can be a number of things. It could be work related. It's an elevation in status, but it absolutely brings change. You need to not hold back from this, okay? Love is absolutely something that may be happening as a result. I don't know why I feel odd about this, though. I'm trying my best to figure out what the fuck. We're on one trajectory, and then you hippity ha ha. Hippity ha ha ha. Somebody's going to get a message. This gift. Some days I feel like I beat a damn dead horse, which is the worst saying in the world, but it fucking, it's like, it's why. Why are we marching in circles here? Why? Okay. So for somebody, the new start, the new beginning is absolutely a career opportunity, an opportunity in finances. It's a thing, whatever this offer is a thing that gets you unstuck. Okay? It absolutely is. So then why on God's because here's the thing. Like, I do my best not to interpret love unless it's on the cards. But it's like, I feel it peeking in. We did have the Lover's card, but I feel it peeking in. Like I keep being given examples of like those types of situations. So is that the level of unexpectedness? Because it came out of fucking nowhere. They're like, oh, by the way, it's like ADHD. It's like Spirit just had fucking ADHD. Like, we were just having a conversation and you totally fucking switch it. And I'm like, I'm trying to follow along, Spirit. What's one got to do with the other? Or is this? I swear to you, it's like I want to say, oh, maybe it's this scenario or it could be this scenario, but there's a hesitancy within me. Like, it feels like, are these connected somehow? And why? Why would you go from one to the other? Like why would you? Man, that is synchronicity in two. It's a throwback to the 2-in-1 reading. 2 birds, 1 stone. Why are all of our sayings so sadistic? I swear to God. A 2-for-1. There we go. We'll say 2-for-1. Jeez. I gotta come up with new sayings. Okay, so what is okay? Oh, somebody shoot me. I think I'm gonna pull out and start. Okay. No more struggle. No more struggle. Stability is near, but I fucking can't, y'all. We got the family room with the house card. Family room is indicative of like actual apartments, like smaller places that you would live. The house card is like a larger structure that you would live in. Like, you're going to be able to start planning and executing something. It was really simple. And then it just went, somebody's moving to a new community. Fuck me. I swear to God. Like, you ever just feel like they just go, like, what it feels like to me is like they just took like 4 or 5 different readings. Like, like say there's cards set out for different readings that I've done. And Spirit just went, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I guess I asked for it because I was like, why does it feel like something's holding back? Like something's resisting, like something's, and Spirit's like, well, because we knew you'd be like, if we gave you too much information. And so, we told you. That's what it feels like. I think I'm going to start doing, Okay. Here's the thing. I don't ever do this, guys. I don't ever say things like this. But for somebody out there, this starts this week. Like when I say the reason this is being visited one more time, because they keep saying that, and I don't want to say that because I have been literally getting on to people about being such sticklers, and maybe that this is for one fucking person. Maybe it's for one person who's just so ready to get out there and is surprised that they're even ready to get out there and start living life again. And it's like, I don't know how. And it's like, boom, Spirit just lands a gift in front of you. And it's like, this is going to be the domino effect for all kinds of stuff. First, let's get you acclimated to feel like being alive again and enjoying all the little things and indulging in all kinds of shit and blah, 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 right? And so there's that energy, right? And so then it's also like, it's like simultaneously. So it's like something happens and there's a switch up of your environment, right? A switch up in your environment, which then because of whatever landed, there's a switch up in your environment. And then because of that, love flourishes for you. And maybe that's what the Seven of Cups is like. It's like you're like indulged, like you're kind of like sampling all these things, like these things are coming in. Maybe there's a lot to kind of like enjoy. You're gonna have a lot of opportunities to enjoy. And it's like, but still remember in this process to make sure things are in alignment with you and that you stay really rooted in yourself, right? That you stay, because that was the whole point. Like you achieved this place of feeling really solid within your energy, like immovable, right? And before you was very, how do I say this? You were very like quick to blame Spirit because you felt duped. It took a lot for you to fucking get here and to get beyond feeling like you were lied to. Secrets were kept from you, like, and so it's like, you've got this. Yes, there'll be a lot of new things being introduced and you're meant to enjoy all of them. And it may feel like you're getting to sample things, but it's like, these things have more permanence than a sampler. Like they're showing me, like somebody who gets to try out, and it's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, where Goldilocks tries and she finds just right, the right temperature of the porridge and the right bed and you're finding what's just right. Whatever comes in allows those things to kind of like start popping off. I am feeling, and I'm getting frustrated with this, but I feel like I want to go, what are you not saying though? It's like that friend that sits down and starts to tell you all kinds of stuff. And at first you're in the story and you're like, oh, what? And then it shifts and it shifts. And then you're like, why are you telling me all of this? Like you somehow start to connect the dots that everything is connected. And that it's almost as if they're avoiding saying something. Right? It's like, the friend that will preemptively tell you all kinds of stuff, the backstory before they tell you the thing. And that way, at first it was like, oh, I'm in on this. And then things start sounding disjointed. And it's like, why are we hopping from this, that, and the other to that? Like, what's this got to do with anything? And then they finally tell you. Okay. I'm like, no, something doesn't feel right. Something feels off. It doesn't feel connected. Like this just, it didn't feel like whatever. And like in the beginning, I was like, why is there a hamper on this? I even said that. I was like, it felt like something was being, it should be, ooh, and I'm like, why is there the Eeyore kind of a feeling to it? Like low grade energy. Like, what is that? And I think that's something that's not being said. Why am I getting the energy of, well, when I said, when you said you didn't want to, that friend that does that, and it's like they tell you the whole backstory, so that I don't know if they're trying to cushion the blow, or if there's going to be one little aspect that you're going to be like, are you fucking kidding? Like, I don't know. Like, that's the way it feels. It's like, okay, quit being around the bush. I'm over here trying to go through, like, the movie. Like, okay, what happened in the movie? Like, what, what are we not talking about? And like and they're saying something about it's I think it has something to do with the timing of it. For somebody, it's happening this week. When someone waits to the last second to tell you something so that you can't really get all that upset. And the funny thing is, I don't feel like somebody's getting upset. It's like, well, anybody who wants to stick around can, if you want to, because like, the thing I can't stand is to hop off a reading like that, because then the feeling of like something not being finished carries with me. I know you've heard tarot readers this where like you can feel spirit going nah, 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 and I'm like something nags at you a little bit, and I can't do that. So although maybe yesterday's reading might come into this, because yesterday's reading was phenomenal. I don't know why they're giving me this. Okay. It's like they're giving me a really weird scenario. They're like, it's kind of like, and then they're showing it to me. And the way that it feels, or the way that it's coming across, is listening to positions now. I'll rewatch this. So, like, okay, they're showing me like a mother who, like, there's a celebrity they freaking love, right? But let's say it's a windstorm outside, and somebody thinks that they've got a surprise for you, right? Right? Your kids, your grown ass kids should fucking know better than to let you go outside in this damn wind and mess your shit up when they know you about to meet your big ass celebrity crush, right? And so it's like they're showing me the reveal, being like, so we came here, Mom, because you're gonna meet so and so, and the person is mortified. Like, this may be what they've always wanted, but are you fucking kidding me? Like this? You let me be seen like this? It's like, I mean, she would be embarrassed and mortified. It's almost like being caught. Like if you had been in control of it, you'd have done it just a little bit differently, right? Like, why'd you let me be? Like, I don't know. I feel like somebody's going to get seen in a way that's like, uh, okay. Talk to me about this. It's just the way it happens. It's like it's the way that it happens. 212 keeps showing up everywhere. All I can think about is Azale's Banks. 212. What am I talking about? Oh. Okay. And there may be an element of how everything is connected, like because we were talking about, getting your groove back, feeling good, just getting out and living life again, and like indulging in fun and pleasure, and then also we were like, oh, and love, being open to love, and then ooh, a job shows up, and it's like having all those connected somehow makes something feel like, oh shit, like an unpreparedness, or how you gonna do me like that type of energy. Like I get a sense of embarrassment, like not negatively, something negatively happening, but almost like somebody reveal, like I don't know, it's the energy of a child going, like a teenager or a 20-something-year-old telling their mom, so and so come meet, and she's like mortified. There's something in there. Like maybe Spirit's going, I know you may not like this, but trust me. And it's like, what the fuck? That kind of thing. Are you shitting me? Talk to us. What is this? Just spit it out. Just fucking spit it out. What is this shit? Going in circles over here. Shit not making sense. Oh, Lordy. Oh, no. I don't know why I just heard this. It's almost like there was I heard a spirit talking and I just eavesdropped or something. Like maybe it wasn't directed at me. And it's like the way that they're discovered, the way something comes in might have somebody feeling self-conscious or like put on the spot, or like, oh, I just get the mortified feeling like, oh my God, serious? Are you serious? Okay, I don't know why we're going here. Esbet. These are like ceremonial rituals honoring the moon. It's a deep commitment to your spirituality. It's asking you to show reverence for the path you have chosen with regular spiritual practice. Commune with the divine in any way you like, but take the time to connect with spirit on a regular basis. It doesn't need to be extravagant, long-winded. It can be as simple as lighting incense each day. What is important is that you find a way to incorporate some kind of spirituality in your day-to-day life. Magic is a practice that should be lived each day with knowledge and reverence. It's the card of personal growth. There is a time of blossoming that is about to begin. You're going to take on a new challenge, hobby, or become more self-aware, more emotionally intelligent and resilient. Whatever the external circumstances might be, whatever the catalyst, it's here to encourage you to open up and show your brightest, boldest colors to the world. It's not the time to hide away, stagnate, stay closed up. It's time to turn your face to the light and drink in that which nourishes you. Achievement breeds confidence. Increased confidence leads on to greater achievement. Achievement breeds confidence. That's where that feeling of feeling like I am mortified, embarrassed, or self-conscious, or like, and maybe it's when something presents itself, you're going to feel a certain way about it, and they're like, don't worry. I just feel a very self-conscious feeling. It could be an overall, because of the fact that you're just now making the decision to step out, and you feel like, just because spirit says you have seaworthy legs, you're like, I don't know, we're going to find out. And you just feel like overwhelming sense of like lack of confidence in what you're doing. And they're like, just keep doing the things, the rituals, the honoring the self, all the self-care and the spiritual work that you did do. Keep doing that to some degree throughout this process, and it'll help you. And they're like, you may not feel confident about this right now, but you will. With each new achievement that you achieve as you step out, your confidence will grow. Moon dreaming. Intuition, dreams, and visions. The moon is a well-known conduit for visions and intuitive dreaming among psychics and seers. Many people find that they experience more vivid dreams around the time of the waxing to full moon. We're about to have a full moon tonight into tomorrow, the 5th and the 6th. Particularly if the moonlight shines into their bedroom. Some people like to leave their blinds open so that the moonlight can spill in and enchant their dreams, blah, 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 blah. When this card comes up, it's acting as a prompt to alert you to take more notice of your dreams, your visions, your psychic downloads, because a special message is about to come through. Watch for signs, symbols, and messages in your daily life too, as these are psychic messages will come to you in more mundane ways, LP, as well as through your dreams. Use a dream diary to make a note of your dreams. The universe has a message for you. I have one of these every once a month. I'm like, you know what I mean? And then like the rest of the month thereafter is a whole bunch of readings, making that one reading make sense. We've seen this happen to me before, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's like being blocked on purpose. Just like when they took that one thing away. It's like they're like, you can see all of this, but not this. And I'm like, and if you're a seer or a psychic or anything else like that, it is the most fucking annoying shit. Why? because sometimes it's the most crucial piece. Like, oh. We had secrecy out here. And you've already felt like Spirit's lied to you once. And the courage it's going to take when you know that Spirit is not telling you everything. And you know that you're not seeing everything, to step out. To still follow your intuition and your guidance and to go that direction, right? To get below the wall or beyond the wall of fear and still, how does it feel? How do you maneuver? It's like, because you know, in this process, there may be something that you're not aware of. And that can be or am I tapping into someone's fear? That despite everything being said to them by Spirit, despite whatever message comes through, that you still don't have everything. We have the Six of Cups again here, which is the return to optimism, return to joy, enjoying the little things in life. But we also have the Eight of Swords. Somebody is really wrapped up in their mind. Eight of Cups, two Eights, Four of Cups. And then the only resistance, there's resistance to the Fool, to taking this new thing that presents itself because you feel like you don't have all the answers. There's the Eight of Cups with the Four of Cups. Obviously, the Eight of Cups is leaving certain things to go to your wish fulfillment. Things that were fulfilling and are familiar. So the Four of Cups is like being encouraged to go this direction. Not wanting to engage in what you've got, but not quite certain or not aware of the offer that's coming in. This is what you're not aware of. Eight of Cups. You're not aware of the Eight of Cups. Not aware of the Eight of Cups. Because with the Four of Cups, one comes out from the sky, and half the time the motherfucker is looking at the Three Cups. They don't even see this. So that's a lack of awareness of something, and it's tied to the Eight of Cups. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, which is making that decision. It's that choice, that life choice, that tangible life choice right in front of you, and being very guarded and protective of it. Is it merely the leaving everything familiar? I can't feel like that is what it is. because we did get a location change. Is there something negative? Like, is it going to be something that they won't want to do? It's not something you wouldn't, like, where's the Eight of Cups? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's just go here. Not going to be for everybody. Most of my readings are not. So, anyways, that is what it is. I think you're going to be shown something in a vision that you may not trust, that may be connected to what was hidden from you before. Just hear me out. We do have the Six of Cups came up twice. It's like they didn't want to just come out and say it. Somebody has come back into, like today, it was like cleansing, coming back into yourself. You're like, that whole practice I did, right, was very spiritual for me. Like, that was all my stuff. Like, that I go out in nature and meditate and like work with my spiritual team, and like I get into the waters and I do all that kind of crazy shit, right? And so it's like that's where this whole, like, the return to your daily, like, to your spiritual self. Somebody has the ability, their intuition is exceptionally high. They I'm just going to say it. It's like there's something that you've seen before. A vision, premonition, a download. And maybe you thought it was going to happen a certain way or at a certain time. And it's almost as if spirit intentionally left out information on it. You felt like you were bamboozled somehow on that. And so you had to do some work to let go of it, to not be attached, right? Which was where you built that wall. You built the wall to, like, I guess it's just not for me. It's not going to happen. It's not a something, either the person, place, thing, job, whatever. And it took a lot because you felt lied to, because you felt like it was so much a part of what it felt very real. And it's like you could have sworn, like, you knew it was the truth. You knew it was the truth. And during the time frame at which the wall of fear, we had the Ten of Swords, you had completely fucking detached from it. There was no worry, there was no anxiety, there was no nothing. It was almost like it was dead to you. And the devil believing that it always was going to be. Like Stella, or like the older, mature woman, feeling like my time has passed, my time has left. It's not something that's possible now. It's not in my you had to, like, come to terms with it, right? And then going within at the Hermit, like the other card said, you had to come to terms with your own truth, with your lantern, You had to shine the light on the little crevices. And you had to shut off to all the mental chatter and the ego and everything like that. And you had to go within. You had to go within. You come to know the truth by the way that it feels. I still want this. My heart's still attached to it. And you felt like Spirit had lied to you when about this vision, like somehow the vision was a lie to trick you into something, like a carrot being dangled to go down a path. You felt like it was a lie. And you get past the detachment, you get past the it's just not for me bullshit, the devil energy, the fear, and you get to the core of it and you realize it still lies within you. Because it still feels right. It still feels true. And your heart still feels enmeshed with it. And when you stop fighting and you stop ostracizing that and you stop, okay, maybe I really do still want this. Maybe I really do still feel like this is for me. Maybe I do still feel like, I think you even got to a point where you cursed Spirit a little bit, or like with your ancestors or whoever you work with, you're like, fuck this shit. I don't ever want to do it again. We're going on a new trajectory. You swore up and down a new fucking trajectory. You swore up and down a new trajectory. It's like when the dust settled and you're able finally to just tap back in, you realize it's still there and it's still a part of your fabric and you still believe it and it's still a truth. And you can still see the vision. And just owning that brought a lot of peace. You can find peace within the strangest of places. The synchronicity into numbers and doubles, synchronicity into don't hold back your love now. Life is meant for you. It's like maybe what really lit. I feel like whatever you had envisioned, whatever download you got, you saw synchronicities lining up for that. And it's almost as if, no wonder, everything felt like, everything felt like, I was like, how is this connected? Like, I was trying to make sense of shit. And I'm like, you're not telling me something, because it's not, like, I could say all kinds of shit out my fucking mouth. I can say all kinds of shit. That doesn't mean, like, I read energy, so I can tell when something's off. I'm saying all kinds of shit, but this don't make sense. It might make sense to somebody out there who doesn't know what the fuck's trying to come through. And I'm like, energetically speaking, Spirit, this shit is a hodgepodge of bullshit and it's not making sense. What are you not saying? So that vision you had that you lost or thought you lost, thought wasn't going to be for you, and then detached yourself from and swore off and started trying to find a different way to maneuver forward in this life, and you said it's just not for me. And then you had to come to terms with it's still something that you wanted and desired. And it still felt like it was an aspect of yourself, just maybe wouldn't be what you thought it was going to be. And now this new beginning that's coming in is immersed and wrapped up in and has everything to do with that vision you had. You may have not known how it was going to unfold. You may not know all the little intricate details, of day to day. But it's like I'm going to Disney World. And on this day, we're going to do this. And this day, we're going to do this. And this day, we're going to do this. We're going to go to Magic Kingdom. We're going to go to Epcot that day. And then the Animal Kingdom the next. You just knew. And a storm comes. And you're like, I guess we're not going to get to do any of the things that we, the stages of grief and everything else like that you have to work through, because you're like, I've been looking forward to this. I just felt like, I feel emotional right now. Like what you had to work, and then you get there. It's like things are just rearranged. I mean, Florida gets hurricanes all the time. And it's like you thought, oh, I'm just not going to be able to, they're forecasting X, Y, and Z, but you've already paid for it. But you get there and you realize, I can do Animal Kingdom this day. And the days when this hits, I'll go to Epcot, or I'll go to, whatever, all these different, you just have, it rearranges, but you still get to do it. Like, it's like spirit going, hey, you can still do these things. You just got to rearrange it a little bit. This is still a thing. And you're almost like, no, I've been so convinced and already worked myself up and said that I wasn't going to be going because there's a fucking hurricane coming. I'm like, yeah, I'm just using it as an analogy, right? Like, you're just convinced. Like, whatever this is, you are so convinced. They're saying the thing that it's almost as if because you've gotten back centered, like that Nine of Pentacles, like you're really strong and really strongly centered within yourself. You're in alignment again. And there's not all these barriers. And you're open. You must have been doing some things, some spiritual work. That's where this aspect comes from. It's like, you don't know how accurate what you received or what you thought or what you believed it really is, how you saw things. You just have no clue. And you may have come to the terms that, your heart still wants it. But, I'm willing to take a chance. I'm willing to go out there. I'm willing to whatever. I'm willing to, that took a lot. That took a lot to get to that place, to admit it. And so then you come, God, maybe what happens this week is you get another vision or you have a dream about the exact same thing. It's like a synchronicity. It's like spirit giving you these synchronicities into, you're going to see things start happening in your life. It's going to tell you this is real. This is true. It's like, don't dangle this carrot in front of my face again. Like, don't give me hope. Don't give me hope. Six of Cups, Eight of Swords. Don't give me hope. Don't fucking tell me that was really real. After the whole journey I just went on to try and come to terms with the fact that it wasn't, and that it still speaks to my heart. It's still a part of, and I came to terms with it. Wasn't going to happen how I thought it was going to fucking happen. And you're telling me now that it's going to happen how the fuck I thought it was going to happen to begin with. Like, Eight of Cups, I had to walk away from that. I had to walk away. I had to come to terms with it. I had to cry. I had to scream. Like, I want to cry right now. I had to do all this stuff. I had to say goodbye to it. It's like they're saying, I don't know if the energy wasn't right, the timing wasn't right, if your attachment to it was going to mess it up. But you had to say goodbye to it in order to go to it, because you leave the Eight of Cups in order to go to your Nine of Cups. The fact that you had to say goodbye to it before is what creates this resistance, and it's also the reason you don't see it fucking coming in. The Knight of Cups. You don't see it coming in. Oh. Mm-hmm. They knew you was going to be a little upset. And then we have, that's why you're guarded. That's why you're not sure about taking this. It's not about ego. What's being kept from me this time? Because the first time you told me, you didn't let me know the process it was going to take. You didn't let me know that I was going to have to, that you were going to tell me, but then I'd have to walk away from it only to come back to it 4 or 5 years later, or that I would have to, that kind of thing. It was like, you let me go through that entire process. Like, why did you even tell me back then? It's like this, like you're upset. You're upset with having known something. I don't know if I want to do this. The best scenario I have, even though I know I can think of a million non-romantic scenarios. Like a dream. Like a dream that you felt you were beat down on. But it's like the biggest breakup you ever had. The one that cut the deepest. The one you actually thought was going to last, and then it didn't. And the journey you went on. Only for it to come full circle. Like, you had to forgive yourself for seeing things wrong. You had to forgive your spirit because they lied to you. You had to, like, whatever this is, this vision you received so long ago, this download, this information, it's coming back. Synchronicities in 2. It's like it's coming full circle. And you're going to start having visions, downloads, and even external things within your life line up. Like, it's going to fucking happen for you. Like, you can see it already coming. It's like the person that knows that oh no. Oh no. It's like having always felt like you were meant to live somewhere else in a different country. And that like you would always joke around with your friends like my future husband's Italian. And then you always believed it and you worked so hard and you tried and and nothing you did would get you there. And then suddenly, poof, the gift the Spirit's talking about, the new start, the thing you fought with Spirit over for so long shows the fuck up. You get offered a job and you'd have to move to Sicily, and then it's like you're not gonna say no, but you're gonna feel this Nine of Wands. You're gonna feel this. Because that vision, that dream, everything that you saw is going to bloom. And it brings me back to that reading where it was like, I get to watch it in real time. You're watching something happen in real time and you're very fucking aware of where this is leading. You're going to start seeing the synchronicities in your life that's going to take you. That's why I kept seeing multiple different scenarios. Like one thing leads to another and da-da-da-da. The thing is, we have the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups. And it is this you poured your heart into, you led with your heart with this. You had such belief in this. You had to convince yourself that it was not going to fucking happen for you in order to be able to let it go, because it was, you know what I'm saying? And then you had to get beyond that and you had to heal through the fact that it still feels right. But sometimes something can feel like it's yours, like it's meant for you, and it just doesn't work out in this life. That's showing back up. And though you may feel on guard, Nine of Wands, and though you may feel mentally trapped about this, they're asking you to follow your heart, the Ace of Cups. Because your ego is going to want to protect you. And your mind can be angry and want to deceive you. It can hold on to grudges. All kinds of reasons why I shouldn't. And it reminds me of the reading of now. Now it shows up. Just when you got back into, like, I feel like somebody just got back into their groove. At peace with Spirit, at peace with yourself, at peace with, and this fucking shows up. But it is through following your heart that you get to your ultimate joy, which is the Ten of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups. And dare I say, you had a very specific vision like a very highly spiritual vision, but you knew whatever was encased in that vision, whether it was a connection with a person, a particular job, or a dream of living somewhere, it was intrinsically connected to and enmeshed with other things that were meant for you, which is why we saw where you live, your job, and love with the other cards. That's why we saw that. But the vision that you had, the download that you had, that's different for everybody. You had prepared yourself and you were ready for things to kind of happen differently. It's almost as if they didn't. Okay. You know, like the mom who wants to meet her favorite celebrity, and in her mind, she's always seen it go a different way. But had she known about it, all the events of the day, she would have tried to fabricate how things would look and how it would go and blah, 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 blah. And so, like, she couldn't know about it. It needed to be an utter surprise. And that's why it's like you feel so like, oh my God. Like the mom who's like, oh my fucking God, are you kidding me? You let me come out looking like this? I don't know. There's a level of like maybe if you had control over what it looked like and you knew everything as it was going to happen, you'd be able to prepare for it so you'd feel more confident. And it was like that was going to be a fake bravado, a fake confidence. It would have been all like a mask then, because you know the mom is like, I want to put on my best face, and it's like just be you, But the mom wants to be, I need to look a certain way. Like it needs to be like this, and it needs to. Why is it got to be like that? You're trying to control too many elements of it. Somebody tried to control too many elements of it, and it's better this way. Oh, I don't think you agree. Oh my God. I feel like you're going to cry when it happens. When you realize what's starting to unfold, when this vision comes back at night. I don't know. I almost said tonight. It's like you're going to have a dream. You may have tried to fabricate. You may have tried to force the issue. You may have tried to make things happen before. I'll do this like this, and I'll do this like this. And that was just getting in the fucking way. Mm. Your focus needed to be elsewhere. And by detaching from whatever this is, you were actually able to. When you finally convinced yourself it wasn't for you, you were able to turn within. It's like the energy it took for you to come to heal through the I'm just crazy. I'm just making shit up. I'm just whatever. Like I can't even believe you know what I mean? It's like that's the only thing that there's gonna be a little bit of pain. But you've also come to terms with that something that your heart still rests with. They want you to take, I think that's where the be patient, maybe with yourself, to not act impulsively. Because I told you, I don't feel like it's patience like, oh, hanged man, I gotta wait on it. It's not that kind. It's pause. Because part of what you went through was the rediscovering that whether it was for you or not, your heart was still with it. Your heart was still attached to it. And that's still where it felt like your heart was leading you. And so your emotional upset at feeling like you were duped or that you were misled or that you were, it's just, don't let that stop you. They wanted you to reconnect and remember and realize and recognize that it's still part of who you are. It's still part of your heart. It may have been the reason you shut it off, but it's still there. It's still connected. Your heart is in it. Your heart is still in it. And you had to get back to that realization before this could come in. And you may think, all that, just to end up right here. You were told not to try and control things. And I think that you're like, I am just playing my part. I'm being the co-creator. And you weren't. You were controlling things and you didn't know how not to control things. You tried to meddle in every situation and it only elongated the process. Don't let what you had to work through and go through stop you from following your heart, because you know damn good and well this is what your heart wants. This is what is meant for you. That's where the pause is coming in. That's where the don't be impulsive. And that's where the, what was it? Nurture all that you love. What was it? Focus. Don't react. Focus and then act. Don't react. Be patient. And nurture all that you love. That's why that was there. Nurture all that you love. Remember what you love. And nurture that. What in the fuck? This is like the ultimate test of your relationship with spirit and the rebuilding of that trust and understanding why things had to go the way that they did. And I gotta be honest with you, we're not always so grateful for having learned the lessons that we did. Fuck that shit. No. I sure as hell wish it could have been different because that shit was painful. But the thing, the beating around the bush is them not telling you it's exactly, you've already seen this. In fact, the last 2 years was you probably trying to pull away from it and get over it and heal from it and move on, and only for it to show the fuck back up. It reminds me of the reading where I said they had to like pluck you up out of the timeline, set you over here, and then here recently you were put right back where you left off. I can only imagine, I can feel the swirl of chaos and the varying emotions and the when you realize this. And you're going to watch it in real time unfold in front of you. It's not all going to land at once. It is going to be a domino effect. Follow your heart and be patient as the synchronicities take you where you know it's leading you. Don't be impatient like before and try to control the situation. Just stay in the flow. Follow your heart. Nurture yourself. And take care of yourself spiritually. That will ensure, as you're going through this process and as the synchronicities are happening and it's leading you down that path, you are constantly or staying connected. So you're receiving things in real time, but also accurately. And the nurturing the self is so that you can continue to stay. I cannot with this. You literally took me out of it as a potentiality, and I had to go through whatever I had to go through. And now you're going to put me right the fuck back there, Spirit. I thought I was crazy. I feel like I want to say that I thought I was. You had to mourn it. You had to mourn and grieve it. You couldn't identify with it like that. Your existence couldn't have been dependent upon that. Your worth, your confidence, your sense of direction couldn't be so fucking enmeshed in that you weren't separate from it. You were losing your autonomy. You were losing your individualism. You were losing your power. You were handing your power because everything was like held in the crux of this going forward and happening as you'd seen it. Don't lose your patience this time. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The time to prepare is over. Yeah. Mm. Can I just say, fuck. Holy shit. When they told you that you had switched back to that timeline, they were putting you right back where you left off. You I don't think you realized. But that full card's about to hit. It's about to come on offer. And you're going to know as soon as it does, you're going to know where it's heading. And you're going to get confirmations again in your visions, in your dreams. I feel like people saw things. You saw things. Keep your practices up. Keep yourself open. No repeating the mistakes of the past. You didn't go through all that shit for nothing. That little shit show of 2 years that you had to go through, you didn't go through that for fucking nothing. So don't revert back. Don't backslide. None of that shit. Take the lessons you fucking learned and move forward. Most importantly, letting your heart lead. And not trying to control. Okay. as you would. All right, that's a really fucking long read. So obviously only the people that are meant to see it is going to actually see it, I guess. You know, most people don't sit around through hours of that shit, but that's what it took. Did not anticipate that fucking shit. I'm going to take my ass and go get in the shower because it needs it because I played out in the mud today. So I hope everybody has a fantastic day. And let me know when you start to receive those visions, when you start to receive those dreams, when the synchronicities start happening. Keep me informed. Hope you have a fantastic day.